get it. I cannot believe how much I've actually missed of Stray Kids. They are overworked. They do too much. I've been away for like 3 months and they've already got a whole new album, and they have like, I think, music videos for most of the songs, and you just know they're gonna do like lives and dance practices as well. So after this selection, let me know what else I should check out as well. I really liked their last album. I think it was my favorite album from last year, so the bar's so high already, so I'm curious to see what they're gonna come up with this time. Wow, the budget already. Oh God, this is gonna be dangerous. We'll start with whistles. It's gonna go hard. Ooh. Oh man, okay, I'm actually not ready. Oh my God, I've been away for far too long. I completely forgot what they can be like in their music videos. I'm already struggling, and we're like barely even, I have no idea what the melody is. And look at that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's go. It's like Maniac. Clean it up, get back. Oh, you're fun. Oh, I love the message already. You're singing. Hello. Come on! Come on! They've never done this, right? It's not just, they've never done this. I've never heard them mix different genres together. Never. I've heard this section where they go hard and then you have like Sungmin or Ian or Lino like take it into a vocal soft range, and that feels like it's a different song or a different style, but I've never heard a completely different genre. It's like they've really come with force with this comeback to be like, "Pow!" Switch up. It's like an evolution. The beat is heavy. No, like they're smashing it. I don't think I've seen Bangchan as energetic as this. Oh wow, it's really grown. The expression. Looking sharp. Wow. We're special, yeah. This feels different as well, the show. What? I can't do this! You can't do one line at a time! I'm sorry, did you see Felix's like little tongue out? Do you know one thing about Stray Kids is that you can watch what they are directing you to watch. So like whoever's up front, whoever's doing the line. But actually with them, if you watch if you try to look at the whole scene, it just like blows your mind because every single one of them is doing something significant, special. They're not just like, okay, the main person's doing, so I'll just do like my basic. They're all putting energy into it, and then once in a while you really catch it, and it's a lot. It's a lot. I think that's why I often struggle watching them, because not like struggle in terms like I love watching them, but you just get like it doing it one take is hard. Like doing it just, they've got a song, I'm reacting to it, trying to break it down, that's so hard because they're always doing so many different things. In terms of the departure, like the genre departure really surprised me. That definitely feels like it's something that they're trialing, like something new, that they're kind of throwing in there to show their diversity, show their evolution. And I think it almost felt as if, well, they're talking about their journey, so I wonder if going into that hip hop part was like almost talking about the past. So you had the present, you had the past, and then you almost had like the future in terms of the genre shift happening there. And lyrically, they were doing that as well. So lyrical music video. Let's do both. Let's do lyric first. So I think the S class is supposed to be like special, but also a special brand that is like the Stray Kids class, and that they are on top. They're talking about their whole journey and how hard they've worked to get to where they are, to get to be who they are. Carefree attitude towards other people that are trying to be like them. And it almost felt like, at the point where they were on top and then there were like people, like their same group, but dancing below. That's like a representation of them as a group, and that there are almost people copying them, but their imitation is small, is minor, and it's not quite hitting the same parts. It definitely feels like they're talking about them as a group, and how like special they are, their brand, and even within the music video where you have like the superhero element, which the S could also be for, there's so many times where something is happening to them and they each have a different reaction, but each of their reactions is not really to respond to it. It's much more like, I think Hyunjin was ignoring it. He was like a lifeguard, just not even paying attention. Sungmin had like his headphones in, so he was so consumed by the music that whatever else was happening around him, the chaos happening around him, doesn't affect him whatsoever. I think Felix maybe like looked and then like turned away again. So each of them are having like a response to the chaos, the industry around them, people doing stuff, and even like the attacks against them. That is just very like, yeah, whatever, I'm not interested, because they are above all of that. I hope this next song is gonna be chill. Nope. If they're burning up money, it's not gonna be chill. Distortion. Addiction. The way he's splitting the words is his voice sounds so different. But they can't pass me, I'm the red line. Just sing along, I'm dancing on the thin line. I like this hard kind of concept. Oh! far. They're too ahead to care. Flashy. Wasn't this JK's Tiger JK is like the guy that they did that Mama performance with, right? And I remember even then they were like really looking up to him, and it was like such a big deal for them to do that with him. So it feels like, you know, them kind of doing this like messaging of them being on the top, like they've reached success. And they're just balling. They're balling in every way possible. To have him is almost, I guess, like reinforcing that message for them. Oh, their dialects, their different styles blending. At the top! This guy's performance style. Ooh. And she's in the back. This iron is really new. Come on! So they're at the top. Oh, okay. Come on! And then they're taunting. So then we have to look up. Wow. Oh, savage. That was savage. That whole line about, I mean, they've already said top line, but that whole line about your neck must be stiff, looking up, and then they're repeating it as a group, so it's like mocking, and then they're forcing us to look up at them. The other thing is that it feels as if they're saying that they're at the top, but actually there's so much further to go. I think maybe it was in Tiger JK's like part, or just after that, there is like a reference to, yes, we're at the top, we've already kind of reached where we need to be, but there's no arrogance with it, because actually we still have further to go in our journey. People do like hard concepts and sort of like hip-hop style concepts, and they're always trying to do that, and like with money and stuff, and sometimes it can be like really uncomfortable and cringy, and you just see them doing it in a very like authentic, natural way. I have seen like some earlier stuff, and I remember remarking that some of it felt like it was very early. I think it was even like pre-debut or something, and there was a lot of like this. It felt like some of them were almost like putting on a persona in order to like fit that character, but it feels like now they've worked out how to do it in their own way, and that's probably because they've already received some level of success, and so when they're talking about it and when they're bragging, it's a bit more comfortable, because yeah, like we already know who we are, we already know who stands with us and behind us, so it's easier to do that kind of thing. I often forget when that Hyunjin raps until he gets like his whole section to do it, because often it's like a smaller part, and then you have like Chanbin and Han like just going off on it. So it was nice to see him here. I would have loved Bang Chan to also get his own like rap section. I feel like he's really quite selfless, to be honest, because if you're the leader and you're part of the production line, and I think he's been around the longest, like he's trained the longest, you would expect him to get like much more of the screen time and the lines than he does. He really feels very selfless. Like I think that shouldn't be overstated enough. Like, he chooses to give other members much more lines than, because he could do it. He could take those lines himself. But he's like, no, that's okay. Like, he blends, which I really like. I hate swearing. And if you've watched any of my other stuff in other things, I'm like, oh, I wish they didn't swear. Like, it makes me like, ugh. But this one, I almost wish they did, because I feel like it just adds to the whole atmosphere. This is the only time I've been like, why didn't you just finish off that, like, UK at the end, or KC at the end? I think it just would have added more of that pizzazz, because you're kind of saying that there's no limits, but then you're showing that there is kind of a limit with what you're allowed to say. But I don't know how JYPE feels about, like, swearing and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Sorry, that was loud. I got excited. Play. Catwalk.
That's okay. 바로 중독. 아직도 빠진 애들 행동들이 꿈떡처럼 We're gonna pull it up. 물론 건전하게 타산으로 보죠. 지나 손공이 손까지 놀아.
Ah, nice solution.
We're gonna rock it up and play like a can't stop. You can't stop us. Bang 날 쫓아봐야 한다. 할일 없이 멍 때리네. 미친 것처럼 벽 보고 헛소리. Oh yeah yeah.
Wow.
거참 소름 돋게 또 할 거라고 생기지 일거리 산더미. Oh yeah. I don't wanna do it. I don't wanna do it. 그냥 다 내려놓고 마냥 미친 듯이 놀래. 넥타이 끈 부들이 멋쟁이들 내일이 올 것만 걱정다. 죽고 보자.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. We're not gonna die young. Oh yeah.
It's like the visual track that all look, wow. Wow. Is that his voice? Is that his voice? No, that's Swerve. Oh, I'm going back. That's, wow, that Swerve sounds so good. I need more of this type of style from them. Oh, them producing, them writing, creating their music. This beat is so catchy. Oh.
Let's go.
What would you do if hand didn't exist? This like neck thing that keeps doing. Oh, is that how it ends? Just like that? What? It felt like it was almost like some sort of fashion show that they were doing. The way they wear clothes and the way they understand their angles is just insane. It feels like, compared to the other songs, this song is much, like, lyrically, it's much more about like risking it, living life on the edge, splurging. They definitely do talk about being on a certain level, so the whole like bourgeoisie, and there's some like other elements about that I can't remember right now. So they're definitely like at a certain stage, but this song is all about almost letting go of that pressure, letting go of that responsibility, and just having fun, just being young, and doing what they want to do without like a big long plan. And I think, was it Lino, his section where he said something about people spewing nonsense, and he just kind of zones out, and so like things are happening and you're just like, no, I'm just living in the moment, living in fun without like a big plan going around, which I really want that for them, because it seems like they work so much and there's so much going on. I love that section where you get like 3 rapture, is it, that are presented, and they're like making music, writing it, and it just looks so fun. And like I just love that we actually get that like physical representation, because often we get Han and Changbin together, but we don't get Bang Chan also put into that mix. So I like that. I'm still waiting to hear Bang Chan rap on like one of their newer songs. I think I've only seen it really on like pre-debut stuff, so it would be maybe let me know if there's other songs, because I'd really love to see that and see them doing like, you know, changing it up, because they really are that group where you can't put them into certain categories. They really are that flex group. For me anyway, they're like my flex group, because you just know that each of them have talents that's beyond what they're kind of assigned to do. And even in this, we can see their like vocally, their styles are also changing almost each time they do it. They have so much versatility. The fact that like the main rapper sings like a main singer, they're dancing, like they are that flex group, so them bragging is so comfortable to me. Like I don't have an issue with it at all, because I get why they're doing it. So they're keeping with the theme even with their Japanese songs. 5 Class, and then Super is supposed to be like the big game. Oh! This is starting out like God's Menu. Like the cooking. Sounds like their voices are a bit filtered. Oh. Come on. Whispers? This feels different. I'm sorry, my mind is still there. It's still there. It's the way we get like the it feels very different. I think it is different, obviously starting off with Bang Chan in like a deeper register. And then we get that whole whisper section, whispers upon whispers, whilst they're doing this like group dance. And then, I don't know why, but Han just like, he just took it to a level for me. I don't think I focused on anything else that happened afterwards. Was it this? I'm glad that he's the center for this. Nah, that's... It won the game. Oh, what they're cooking is actually being successful. It's making money. All their voices, the rappers, their voices sound different. Here. The telephone. It's very American, old school. Oh, that was a... Woo! Come on! Hey! The delay. So everyone's trying it out. I don't want iron. Who was that? Who? Felix? Felix? I'm not sure. Let me know who that... That was so different. I feel like in this album, it feels like they are trying different styles. They always talk about how they mix different ingredients into their music, but I do feel like this one seems a bit more experimental than some of the other ones. Definitely the fact that in S-Class we have like that whole shift and then hip-hop section. I don't think they've done that before. And then this, like the group singing, the group unison, is just making a lot of sense. Even like the vibe, to be honest, the song isn't really hip-hop, but the vibe that they're coming to it with is, and it's different to maybe how I would see them previously. I've got the lyrics up as well, and I definitely feel like that beginning part sounds like the God's Many Things. So it's almost like they're reminding us that we're cooking in the kitchen. Our kitchen is obviously the studio, and we're making things constantly, because you see it throughout, that they're in every scenario, they're making something, they're referencing it, and actually that thing, the music, brings success in the end. And it definitely feels like they're talking a lot about just like dominating the music scene. So it's not just that like we're cooking and it's working well. It's working so well that we're actually smashing it and smashing our opponents. And it definitely feels like they're talking about them as a group rather than like as individuals, because we get all of those like group moments, group unison singing, which I feel like is kind of new. We might have had elements of it, but it feels like it's the longest period. The whispers are definitely new, and the fact that multiple of them are trying it out, like, do you know what's funny? I really thought that last album was, I think I referenced it as like the best album of last year. And then they've come out and they're trying new things here as well. Like, they're very experimental, and I think that's what makes me like it more. That yes, it sounds good, but it also sounds different and interesting, and there's always a message, there's always lyrics to it, there's always like, even here, like, I felt like the rappers, so Bang Chan was trying something different. He was deeper, and then it felt like in the beginning, before half point, Han and Changbin were like in a slightly higher register, and it felt like their voices were slightly altered as well. So they're always trying something new, or just like presenting themselves in a slightly different way, and I really like that, because it's always like, oh, what's happening? Let me know what your favorite song is from the album, and what else I need to check out from this album, like videos, lyric videos, dances, lives, all of that. See you later. Bye.